Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we have something fun, because we've done Azorius Cats, and we've done Planeswalker Kinbinding, so now it's, can we do Cat Kinbinding? Kind of combining both of those, since the other two decks were good. Let's see what happens. So starting at the top, we have some Lean and Vanguard. Just a way to get a little extra life with all those tokens we'll hopefully be making. We have a couple of copies of Get Lost, so we can just remove obvious things. Glory Heathlink to help us find some land, which will make it a little bit easier to cast some of our 4 and 5 mana things. A couple of Get Lost for some extra removal and life gain. Sky Knight Squire, because if we're going to be making tokens, why not? No More Lies, just to help us with sweepers mostly. We have some Arabo. Obviously, if we're going to be making cats, we want more cats. Cutzel's Flanker, there's just a couple of copies of these, but mostly to try to deal with graveyards more than anything else in case our No More Lies don't come into play. We have Enduring Curiosity, 3 copies. I think we could get away with 4, but we're kind of going heavy on the upper end, partially because of cards like Elspeth, being able to make tokens and give our stuff flying and make multiple tokens if we're doing all that. Speaking of which, Elspeth plus Exalted Sunborn is kind of fun as well, so we'll see if we can get those onto the battlefield. Of course, Kinbinding, every time we have a creature enters, our other creature get plus X, where X is the number of creatures we've had enter the battlefield that turn. And then also Regal Caracal, because that pumps up things, gives lifelink, and makes us more bodies. Which, of course, with Kinbinding, with Elspeth, with Exalted Sunborn, all do very big things. So yeah, nothing too crazy as far as the land. We have Abandoned Air Temple, so we can pump everything up. So yeah, should be a fun pile to play, but y'all know the drill. Before we get into all of that, I gotta tell you, if you're gonna buy some cards, please do so with our friends over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. And if you use my code DRAGON, it's DRAGN, while you're shopping over there, it'll save you 5% on literally everything you buy, which is a big deal, considering you have Strixhaven coming up. So if you see some stuff over there you want to save 5%, just put in DRAGN at checkout. It'll save you some money. But alright, all that being done, let's go see if this amalgamation of 2 different decks can get us some wins. Well, it looks like we just get to play like a good old cat deck, so let's keep it. This Restless Anchorage might be a little bit of a problem. Oh boy. Alright. So in a weird way, we're kind of going to hope to draw another 2-mana thing next turn. So that we could 2 mana, and then into... oh, we're going to need to use Cutzel's Flanker. Dang it. Alright, well, plans change, folks. I wanted to play a 2-mana thing, and we got what we wanted, but Cutzel's Flanker is going to have to keep them from reanimating, because we're up against reanimating dinosaurs. Which is funny, because I remember when... a couple sets ago, I feel like I was one of the first people to play one of those decks. And then they just seemed to have all of a sudden come back, because we hadn't seen them in ages. And now I feel like the last maybe 2 weeks, I've probably run into it like 5 times. Which isn't a ton, mind you, but way more than like the 0 we saw probably for the 2 months prior. Okay, they didn't get their Reanimator-y thing. So now we're in a weird spot. So let's just attack. Still want to leave up our flanker, because we want to get the opponent to commit to whatever graveyard thing they're trying to do. And if nothing else, during their end step, we'll just flash in an Enduring Curiosity. We have all our token makers and things, but we just can't afford to play them, which is really funny. Yeah, you can have that. Not even trying to fight over that. Excellent. Love to see it. So, here's a fun thing. The opponent's waiting on a 3rd land. They don't know that we know. Now, they might think we have a counterspell or something, which would be understandable, but realistically, this is way more devastating to them. Oh, they're going to try to go target everything in their yard. Oh, nope, they didn't. Alright. Do. Let's exile a graveyard. Target you, friend. Does that get us out of here? If we play a Rabo, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or do I just need to do this? I don't know. Let's find out. I think we're fine either way. We could also attack with our land if they sweep the board next turn or whatever. So none of it really matters. It's all a formality. Yep. Well, as it turns out, Flanker already proved its worth in the first game. The one thing I will say, though, let me go check. Exile X target creature card for it's this way. Each token that's a copy of it at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice those tokens. So it's possible if they had Foggy Swamp Visions. Oh, no, because you still have to exile targets. So never mind. Never mind. We still could have responded to it. We'd have been fine. Yeah, I guess once we're in that situation, as long as we didn't blink first, we were going to be okay. So can't really complain. Realistically, though, once we got to 5 mana, the goal was going to be playing some of these 2 mana things and still leave up Flanker. Then we got to 6, we would play a Rabo, then Flanker, or whatever. So we kind of had a plan laid out in case things didn't work out the way we wanted. Well, this is an interesting hand. I guess we keep it. I mean, these make white mana, so we don't really care that they're not on blue to start with. Oh, so many of these decks lately, actually. Been seeing so many variations of make tokens deal damage with the pingers, which is fun. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I just find it very amusing that they seemingly were not that popular. Now they're everywhere. But that is the fun part of Standard right now, right? Like, there's so many options. Actually, I should have tapped the the token. Because if they have something... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. Oh, well, I guess if we gain enough life, then this really won't matter. And we're also going to get a chance to gain more next turn. So what if we... Shelter... And then... I don't even know if it's worth adding anything to the board, actually. Because my logic is, their way out is probably going to be some kind of sweeper. And if it is, then we might as well just wait and drop either a big thing or 2 small things next turn. Because if they don't have a sweeper, we just play Regal Caracal and then attack for a bajillion. Like, they can chump block, but that's fine. We also coincidentally are playing like the anti-deck to what they're playing because we have so much life gain. Yep, we'll turn something off so we can attack. Get some more land. I mean, the good news is our deck's going to be pretty thin land-wise. It's all business cards for the most part. In the turn. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, even if they swept the board here, we just go immediately into playing more creatures in a creature land with them at 8. Yeah, GG's, opponent. That's pretty much it. Alright. That went well. To be fair, though, when their whole game plan is make tokens, ping us, whatever, if we're attacking with 3 or 4 power life gainers, like, it's going to be really hard for them to finish us off. Oh, we're supposed to mulligan this one, right? Alright, I'll keep just for sport. For entertainment purposes. Oh, Figure of Fable. Alright. Play a Glory Heath Lynx. Man, I have a feeling we're going to have to do some real work with this Get Lost. Well, opponent's like, well, what if I level up? Then what? No, Scavenging Ooze, sure. Ooh, okay. Well, that puts us in a little bit of a spot. Because I was debating if I was going to attack. I think we're still going to do it. If they just play something good next turn, so be it. Alright, they didn't take the bait. Good move, opponent. Because if they double blocked, I would have just destroyed a creature with Get Lost. I get the value, they get nothing. Yeah, it's a 2/3. You got it. And then the opponent does nothing. Huh. So level and do nothing. Leave up 2 green. Alright, I'm just going to flash this in and scry. I mean, I'll attack and trade it for one of their bodies. Can't see why not. Seems wild. Oh, they have a fight spell, I guess. Oh, a bite spell. Alright, sure. You got me. Like, congrats, I guess. Sure. I think we'll just leave it just like that. No reason to do anything else. See, now attacking doesn't do anything because we just bounce 2/3s off of each other, and that's kind of whatever. So we just pass. Opponent might spend their turn leveling up to attack. If so, then we get to find out if they're playing protective spells or not. I guess it doesn't matter, because we do have a no moralize. Yeah, you got it. Dude in the yard. Uh-oh, we're going to try to fight on our Glory Heathlinks. Yep, looks like they have another one. A bushwhack this time. Alright. Well, now we know they can't grow the Figure of Fable. So we're safe. I mean, I guess they could grow it with the maps, but if that's all they do, we're okay with that. Now, there is a real problem. That they could level over 2 turns, and then that gets really bad for us, because then we can't do anything about the Figure of Fable. But we can do this. Alright, no attacks. Hopefully this doesn't go sideways too quickly. So it's interesting to see what the opponent's deck was. It actually looks more like it was a mono-green aggro deck that just happened to be playing Figure of Fable as its 1-drop. Which isn't a bad thing. It's a good card. Opponent looks like they're looking for land to get to their Figure of Fable finish. Hopefully we'll gain enough life over the next couple turns that we won't have to worry about it. Because we'll get Kinbinding counters and Elspeth counter. Oh, nope. Looks like we won't get to that point. Opponent looks like they're saving up something here. What are you going to do with 1 green? There are some fight spells, I guess, of different varieties that could work. I mean, we're blocking. You give it +1 in trample. Is there a +2 in trample? Even then, that would be 6. So, yeah, sure. If you got something, you got something. Let's see it. Okay, they don't. Couldn't think of a card that would have been +3 in trample. I'm like, there's giant growth, but that doesn't give trample. Ah, Primal Might. There you go. Alright, so that is a problem because our lifelink is now gone. And that creates a bit of an issue, so we're going to have to go fast. We will have a pile of tokens, though, so we can just fly over next turn and be okay. Because we can give everything flying with the counter. Arabo will pump everything. The token from Kinbinding will pump everything again, and we should be alright. Assuming Elspeth lives. No guarantee, but we'll find out. Opponent, I will gladly block both of them. And if you just have the mana to trample through and kill Elspeth, so be it. Okay, they don't. However, does that buy them a turn? Keen-Eyed Curator can get flying, right? Sorcery, instant creature. Sorcery, instant creature. Alright, so only 3 types. Oh my goodness. Hold them horses, y'all. Whenever Rabo or another cat token enters, you get... Alright, cool. So let's do this. We're gonna warp. We're gonna play a Rabo. We're gonna get some bodies. Yeah, oh, we didn't get to do all the things! Oh! So, let's just do some quick math. So, Exalted Sunborn says, a Rabo comes in, makes a token so we get 2, but then Elspeth says those are double so you get 4. Then we were gonna Elspeth to make a token which makes 2 tokens, but because of Exalted Sunborn we make 4. So then all of these would have got another plus whatever that is, plus 1,000,000, because each one creates counter or pluses for the number of creatures that have entered that turn. And then we still have the Kinbinding token that would have been 2 from Elspeth and 2 from Sunborn. So we would have been attacking for 1,000,000. Oh, so sweet. Okay, sure. I feel like we're doing really well at drawing Glory Heath links so far. You know what's weird? I don't know if I've ever seen this. This must be one of the new Strixhaven pets. Because I've never seen that one before. What type of white deck is it? It's that type of white deck. I don't know how we fare against those. I assume it's not great, but I could be wrong. We're going to have to find a lot of shelters and get lost. Or else, I don't know if we're able to win. We might be able to get tricky with like a Cutzel's Flanker as a blocker somewhere along the way. That might be our only real play, though. Which doesn't feel good if we have to rely on that. Okay, Ruin Lurker Bat. Into another bat. Oh, yeah, that also works. I was going to say, why is that attacking? That would have been pretty wild. You know what? You know what? I'm willing to attack. I was going to say, I didn't think you were going to do anything there. Alright, pass the turn. Almost played the other Glory Heath links, but I figured this way, maybe the opponent decides to attack with some things and we can get a little tricky. Shelter, yeah, you got it. The good and the bad news is that their good cards have not shown up yet. Alright, let's scry and gain some life. Ooh, a Rabo. I guess we'll keep the Air Temple too. This is tough because I kind of want removal. I don't think Air Temple is going to be that important. I could be wrong, but that's probably fine. And then we'll attempt to block, which is successful. Get our Deuter back. The other thing, too, is there's a real chance we just draw a land with the Glory Heath links, so we would have shuffled anyway. I don't even know what I want to do next turn, but... I mean, obviously, we're holding Kinbinding, but I don't even know if that's going to be the best play, as we might want to actually leave up our creature lands so that we could block their flyer. Alright. And what happens? Another shelter? Nope, this time it is just Essence Channeler. Sure. And a Pridemate. Wow, so we found both of them late. Okay. So now we're going to have to play the silly go super wide strategy. Barring us finding proper removal spells, which we did not. So that does change things. As much as I want to play the Glory Heath links, or even the Kinbinding, wouldn't be the worst. I think I'm gonna pass. And just see what the opponent decides to do with their couple of cards. Alright, oh. That's a thing. Alright, well, this is why we did not attack last turn. That puts them to 28, but not a lot we can do about it. Alright, well, just make bodies, I guess. Seems to be the right answer. This is kind of silly, but it's a thing I think we have to do. Alright. Second leyline. Sure, man. You got it. So this is kind of amusing and silly. So, I mean, we can attack with our creature land, put them to 27, which is still not... So we'd have to hit with this, basically. All right, well, we've drawn a lot of lands. Let's see what's there. Nope, it was yet another land. Ugh. All right. It is what it is. Try it anyway. Leonin Vanguard. How do we feel about that? That might be okay with the Kinbinding in hand. Well, we got a... Oh, a Hawk. I was like, do we get another shelter? I mean, I guess if we get, like... I don't know. Something to get rid of a... Leyline of Hope or whatever. There could be some answers. So we'll see. Yeah, we're just blocking. Alright. Gotta find some removal, though. This is kind of the stage of the game we're at. Or, I guess if we can survive a turn and then find an Elspeth, that would also be good. Maybe. We'll see. But for now, play this on Cat. Play Kinbinding. Play Vanguard, make some bodies. Yeah. I mean, if I attack with both, that kind of makes sense. Alright, we take some of the damage down, which is important. Sure, on a Rabo, I'm assuming. Nope, on the Kinbinding. Yeah, that actually makes sense. This feels awkward. Oh, that has lifelink. You're gonna gain a bunch anyway. If I'm gonna do that, let's just block with this little guy. Alright. And back to a bunch of life. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. That was the worst thing. Alright, well... I guess we have to attack with these two to gain the life. We're not going to block with the Rabo. Just trying to think about how many cards deep I need to try to go here. I'll have this as a blocker. Yeah, alright. That seems like the most damage we're going to do under the circumstances. Alright, that's a lot of cards. Do any of these matter? Elspeth. You do kind of sort of matter. You are a real card. If we Elspeth to just give our creatures flying encounters, we could at least block one of their flyers. Block, lose Elspeth. Opponent's going to have a ton of life. I don't really know. I mean, we're definitely playing Elspeth. I'm just wondering if I just make tokens. No, we have to give everything flying. End the turn. And it also depends on how the opponent decides to attack at this stage. Right? Because we could... Like, I assume send the small stuff at Elspeth and the big things at us. If they do anything else, we can just double block and single block with the Curiosity. So they're sending it all at us. Fair enough. We can accept that. Let's block here, block here, block here. And it means we get to keep Elspeth next turn, which is a big deal. And we're only taking 10? Alright, I'm here for it. I feel like we got away with one on that turn. Yeah, get all your triggers. You got it. We're not drawing anything anyway. So I think we just attack. I'm just trying to think about how many things we have to block. We're going to play the second Arabo, which will make us 4 tokens, because each Arabo will see. We'll actually get a lot of tokens. So I think we can attack with everything. We're also gaining a chunk of life, which buys us a bit of room. Oh, actually, no, they're going to block 1 Arabo here, I would think. So we'll only get 2 Arabo tokens, not the other ones. We're okay with that, though. Kind of was a little bit necessary. Okay. All right, you're something. I don't hate it. All right, play you. Get some counters. Play... We already have that land. Let's get another anchorage down. And jump all the creatures. Okay, we might be holding the fort for a little bit longer. Still have a lot of work to do. Another ley line. Sure, you got it, opponent. Creatures are big enough, it almost doesn't matter. Okay, still all coming at us. Fair enough. Let's pass. Let's go to block. And we'll just block 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking 7. It's not worth giving up the Squire or anything here. Alright. They gain a bajillion life. Funny thing is, we've often beat these white decks after they get in these situations and gain this much life.
He's calling his shot.
Thank you. It's about time. I've been looking for something. Let's set ourselves up to gain more life. This only has 1 ward trigger, right? Great. This shuts some of that down. And will allow us to get some creatures. So let's go ahead. And we will be attacking with quite a few things. Because if we just don't find creatures with this much stuff, then yes, so be it. You got me. I think 4 cards extra should do it here. Alright, let's see what we draw. Flanker doesn't do much. But these are all bodies that create more bodies. And we're okay with that. So let's go Vanguard, which gets extra bodies. And let's go Lynx, which gets extra bodies. And we'll play a tapped land. And we will jump our creatures. Alright. And we can get bonus stuff with our Cutzel's Flanker. So I think we're solid now. Like, even if the opponent found a shelter, I don't know if it's enough for us to have to be afraid now. Yep. I don't know how you're going to try to attack through this, opponent. Yep. I didn't think you were. We're going to save this flanker for bonus action if we need... Oh, now that's a good card to draw. Let's decide how we wish to attack. I think we... Do we just jump everything first? Yeah, let's jump first. I say jump because it's the blue card that gives all your creatures flying to them to turn. Obviously, this is better than jump. I know what's going on. There's always going to be somebody, but it's not really jump. I know it's not really jump, y'all. Alright. What if we attack with links, because those are all 7+. Let's attack with 2 of the tokens as well. Maybe even 3 of them. Because we know we're going to make more with the flankers, so whatever. They all get in there. I think that's all we need to attack with. I say that. We're going to make so many tokens. Yeah, that's a lot. Why not? Oh, wait, did I have lethal? Oh, I could have won if I just attacked with everything, I think. Oh, that's crazy. But I got them to do what I wanted them to do here anyway. So we'll grow our creatures again. Because this is also another chunk of bonuses. So yeah, we definitely could have just won. It's alright. We're in pretty good shape anyway. Yeah, we don't need those. Alright. And I guess we can go ahead and pump everything. So yeah, we're good. Yeah, we could have won. Oh wait, did we still win by accident anyway? We had so much damage. Oh, Xaxes! Oh, but they did get to gain life because they blocked. Never mind. I was like, if that was Xaxes by accident, that's crazy. Yeah, we're not losing from here. Oh, and another Kinbinding. Oh, and to get lost? Yeah, we're solid. This game's long over. Oh, and we got the Exalted Sunborn? Yeah, sure. Let's pass, discard some land. That, sure. Yeah, so the opponent gained, like, I don't know, 300 life this game, it felt like. And just didn't even matter. Yep, got there. Yeah, we got so far ahead we couldn't even lose, right? Because even if they would have had to have found some type of Wrath effect, which we had no more lives behind, we could have, if they had a shelter to try to get in there and gain life, whatever, we could get rid of stuff with Get Lost. We had another Kinbinding. Like, I don't know, man. I think the white decks are good. The life gain decks are good. But if you're also gaining life or you have some ways to sweep the board, like, they're kind of okay. But they're good budget decks, to be honest. Like, because you don't have to play Leyline of Hope or whatever. Just the other cards are actually a lot of commons and uncommons. So I get why people play this deck, and it's actually pretty popular. It's interesting because they end up being fun videos on the channel because we have these big, grindy comeback games against them so often. But yeah, that was a good one because we got pretty low a couple of times. But the combination of Elspeth and Kinbinding just making us enough tokens. Actually, and to be fair, and Arabo, making us enough tokens that we could just keep chump blocking their stuff while also gaining life and drawing cards. We literally got to see all the different cards in the deck, so that was pretty fun. Okay, I don't think we're going to get as lucky as we got last game, though that was super fun. And we have no blue mana currently for this Enduring Curiosity, so we're going to have to find some creative ways to get there. Oh, and now Elspeth decides she wants to join the party. So funny, too. This can play like a life gain deck, but it's obviously not. It's almost like a token deck that happens to use the back of cats to do their thing. Speaking of, can we find an Arabo? Nope. But, hey, that makes it easier that maybe we could cast Enduring Curiosity in the future. So that's at least something. Alright. Oh, Spelunkin. With Abzan colors. Well, they have access to every type of board sweeper, so we'll probably see that at some point. Glory Heathlinks. Boy. I don't even know if I want to play another creature. I think I'm just attacking. In the turn. And then I guess if they don't do anything during their turn, we could just turn our Sanctuary into a creature. But boy, we got quite the slow start. We might just die to these deserts, folks. I mean, we're due for a loss. So, I mean, I can't be like, oh, darn, we lost. Like, can't win every one of them. That would be a little bit of a crazy expectation. I guess now I'm not going to activate our land, because that seems like a bad idea. Ooh. Try to play Elspeth? I mean, you have to have some type of removal spells or something, right?
I will turn the tide of battle.
Nothing? I mean, you gotta have something, right? Nothing? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that at least makes sense. I was like, there's gotta be something over there. Jeez. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, we only have the one Elspeth, so congrats. You at least got to see our deck, though. And they know what's in hand. So, Enduring Curiosity, they'll probably want to save something to deal with. Alright. Yep. This is where we start hitting the control portion of the deck, which we expected. We still can't cast Enduring Curiosity, so just play our dudes and hope for the best, I guess. Yeah, they know they don't have to worry about graveyard stuff at this point. If they get rid of Regal Caracal, we have to hope to get lucky to draw one of our blue sources. That's untapped. Alright, well, you have an Ugin.
My timeless wisdom, I wield the essence of this world.
Monument? What are we doing?
One step.
That's crazy.
Stratagem.
Alright. I mean, I don't think we're going to get to keep this very long, but I guess it's a free body at least.
I will not die here.
Man, not being able to play this Enduring Curiosity wrecked us this game, I think. Getting even 2 or 3 extra cards would have been nice. We would have only got to draw the cards once, though, because Beyond the Quiet exiles. Alright, there's maps for even more mana. Also, thanks for that, by the way. Alright. Those let you surveil. And then we lose our creatures. At least I would think that's the play. Oh, a Shamil. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we're so cooked. I don't even know what the opponent's deck's doing, but we sat here for way too long against a control deck doing nothing.
I am the master.
Yep. We are dead ski, folks. I don't know what kind of deck you're playing, opponent, but congrats. Good job. Oh, and they topped. Yeah, we're not even going to bother. All right, let's just give them the GGs. We're dead. I don't even need to play this one out. Oh, all tapped lands. Gross. We're going to mulligan. Oh, this is worse. I shouldn't have got greedy. Well, I don't know what we do with this now. We're waiting on the opponent to decide what they're doing with their hand. I think we have to mulligan this now. I should have kept the first one. You know, sometimes hubris is hell. That's just kind of all there is to it. But, you know, we'll mulligan again and see how bad it is. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah. Tough go of it, but what are we going to do? Escape tunnel. Usually that's to go find a forest, but this time it is a swamp. Okay. Oh, and a mountain. No, why? All right, well, gotta do what we gotta do. I mean, I don't love it, but hopefully it's not a requiting hex and a land. We need an untapped land badly next turn, though. Oh, well, they're going to get to discard every turn. I mean, we're just doing what we can. Now any land means they can remove the Squire, and we're stuck with 2 Arabos staring us in the face. Alright, well, we get to hold on to Squire 1 turn longer. That's something, right? Oh, no. And a Carsey Revenant? Oh, this is going to get worse for it. Being down to 5 and still not drawing a 3rd land. Ugh. I mean, we've done pretty well considering the circumstances, but still not great. Would I trade both to give them back an Inti? That's a real question. I don't think I will. Mostly because I'm holding another Arabo. Like, because I assume... Well, I mean, no. They would kill the Sky Knight Squire first, right? Alright, so they're not... Well, maybe they'll save that to block. I don't know. Nope, they're just playing another Mako. Sure. Alright, well, that's a thought. Okay, so... If we gain life and scry, what's the best outcome? I don't know that we have... We're in this weird stalemate right now, so I think we just pass. If they end up getting rid of the Squire, so be it. Like, we'll live with the consequences. I don't think they care about their graveyard. Doesn't seem like that type of deck. I think they're just being aggressive with discard, added benefit type things. But if we can get a shelter, or we can get a get lost for that Mako, we'll be off to the races, and we can end this fairly quickly. But the opponent might be deciding that, if it's worth it for them to get rid of Arabo or the Sky Knight Squire right now. Because technically, they have the Sky Knight Squire at bay with the Death Toucher. But us keeping Arabo does mean we eventually get more value and can start attacking with other things. Not even sure what I really want to draw off the top. If it's like Kinbinding and a... Actually, it's a 5-mana thing and a land. I would be okay with that. Alright, so they're going to go Eaten Alive. Sure. We can live with that. Now the question is... I was going to say, if they put something else in the graveyard to trigger the... fear of missing out, would we want to use the Cutzel's Flanker to remove their graveyard, or to gain the life and scry? But since they didn't, they will be putting a card in now, but they don't get the extra attack step. So now we'll just play Flanker to block the fear of missing out, gain life, scry, and then we'll see what happens. Another shelter would not be bad, though, I'll tell you that. Alright. Let's do our scrying shenanigans. Ooh, another flanker. Land and a flanker. Land and a flanker. How do we feel? I guess we go flanker first. Actually, if we're going to do that, let's just put the land on the bottom. Alright. Sounds good. You got it, Moonshadow. Attacking, attacking. Alright, end the turn. I mean, somehow we're still playing Magic, considering that we had 5 cards to start this mess, but here we are. Oh, and they got a Fable Passage. Boo! That grows the Moon Shadow. Alright, what else you got? Looks like we're about to lose an Arabo. There's another one of those eaten alive things. Well, they could just pay 4 if it is. Or are they debating using a map first? Huh. Intriguing. Alright, I'm going to do this before they get their extra card. They might still just kill a Rabo here. But, I don't know. We at least make the extra token first. Don't think we want those cards. Alright. Man, we actually, to be fair, we only had 2 lands in our opener. But, man, we've seen 3 lands over our last, what, 6 cards? No, last 5. Oh, actually, yeah, because we drew land, flanker. Flanker saw flanker and land, and then we saw 2 land. Wow. Yeah, that is a lot of land over just a few cards. Wow, fire magic. That's hell. Alright, well, that happened. Can I find a 1-mana Deuter? That would be great, since we hadn't seen one this game. Or actually, maybe we did. Maybe we had one turn. No, we didn't. Well, we didn't find one anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, if there's one we're supposed to lose, it's this one, but we'll see what happens. Alright, cool but rude. That'll probably come close to finishing us off. Draw, discard, pump your guys. They didn't discard a... Alright, so we take 10? Yeah, no blocks. I'll just let them finish us off. We'll just die next turn, barring us finding like a shelter or something. Alright, we didn't... Nah, we're just gonna die to this because it's still 2. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything we can do. I mean, unless their hand's just like all lands or something at this point, but they were discarding actual useful spells, so I doubt that's the case. Yeah, well, I mean, might as well do something. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I have to assume they've got us. We're at 3, right? And they didn't play a land last turn, so, I mean, any relevant cards kill, or another cool but rude, because then they could level it up, attack, hit us for 4. Yeah, I mean, if you got us, you got us. There ain't nothing I can do about it. I mean, just is what it is, because I have to be able to block the flyer next turn, assuming we find another creature. But I don't think that's it. I think the game's over. Yeah, it doesn't even really matter, actually, because we don't have a combination of cards we can draw that are going to matter. Yeah, if we'd have had full 7, maybe we can do it. Okay, let's keep it and hope we find lands. Preferably untapped lands for a few turns would be great. Okay, well, that's not bad. Don't want to play the Cavern of Souls there yet, because if the opponent takes their turn with the idea that they might leave a counter up, we can at least make them play around it a little bit. Deceit. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I'm going to lose our Rabo. That makes me sad. But they did leave us with Elspeth, which makes me feel like they're playing some type of Reanimator pile. Which, if so, alright. I mean, we have a Cutzel's flanker. Now, they could also just have another Deceit and we lose the flanker. Like, that's unfortunate if they do. Alright, well, that's a thing. This might not even be that. Maybe this is just some Dimir Control shenanigans. They don't know that we have Get Lost, so that's fun. Deadly cover-up time? No, we're not casting Deadly cover-up. Alright. So what are we doing? Alright, I don't... If this is a Reanimator pile or something, you got me. I don't think it is, though. I'm committing to doing other things. Now this is just about, hey, can we find enough damage? I'll put the Vanguard on the bottom, but I will draw for the flanker, because there is a world where the opponent goes to sweep the board, and then we can still keep 3 damage up. Oh, is that their plan? Well, we do get to destroy target creature. If that's all you got, opponent. I mean, you still have Requiting Hex. That still does something here. But they don't. Alright. Yeah, I tried to find some other lists to see what's out there, and the only one I found was one from MTG DVD, and they look like they went harder on the Exalted Sunborns and Shelters. They didn't have any Flankers. They didn't have Elspeths. So, I guess not quite the same, but a lot of the same cards. But yeah, this is, so credit to them too for working on this, because even after I play a deck, if I can find some other ideas, I can put them in here in the end and let y'all know about them, and y'all could build something sweet to play with. But yeah, this was fun. Yeah, we didn't really get to cast No More Lies, I don't think, except for maybe once. Or maybe we just had it in hand at the end of the game and we didn't really need it. But yeah, this was a fun one. If you're looking for a different way to play cats, we did do, like I said, already just the blue-white cats. So this is kind of just an evolution of that, taking advantage of the Kinbinding, the Elspeth, and the Exalted Sunborn to make all the extra bodies. But yeah, our losses were mostly to bad mana draws or mulliganing hard, right? So can't really complain. That happens. I mean, this deck is playing, I believe, 26 lands. Yeah, we're playing 26, which is quite a lot. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, sometimes that happens. But yeah, this is a fun one. I would recommend this one if you wanted to play it. Only new cards, really, I think, are just the Kinbinding from Lorwyn. As far as anything that's recent, all the other stuff had already existed. So if you played this deck previously, there's not a lot you need to do to add to it. So this is actually pretty cool. Link will be over on Moxfield like usual if you want to check it out. But yeah, otherwise, check out all my previews and stuff for upcoming Strixhaven, because that set's been bonkers, and we're going to have so much to talk about once all those get previewed on Friday or Saturday. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.